From the Stereo Sound Record Studios, your home for the best in unsigned and indie punk, rock, and metal. This is the Mosh Pit with your host, Wes Everett.
Blackmint, Plains of Oblivion.
Welcome to the Mosh Pit. It's your host, Wes Everett. I am here with CC Bile from All Them Squares out of Rochester, New York. How are you doing?
I am great. Thanks for having me. Happy to be on the show.
Happy to have you on the show. Let's give a little backstory about All Them Squares. How did you guys get together? I love that it's in your bio, but I really want to hear the story. So after an impromptu recording session.
Yeah. So really, me and Jordan have been the guitar player for All Them Squares. We've been friends forever. We worked in a retail chain for a while together. And we played in kind of opposite sides of the scene, really. So we would intersect, but not really musically. I played in hardcore punk, leaning a lot more towards like the punk scene, and he played a lot more like the cooler shows, I'll say, like the hardcore scene, the metal scene. That's kind of where it started. After a couple of years, I wanted to jump over to that scene. Just I started hanging out with more of those people. I loved Jordan, and a bunch of my friends have been like Alex. Will get into him. He's always played. He played in Citizens Against People, my last band with me, and he's our bassist in All Them Squares. He's been with us for years, but he comes more like classically trained like jazz musician. So it was kind of just a conglomeration of dudes, which is funny. But I went over, and we were actually playing at the time in a hardcore band to get into that scene together called Lie. That band didn't do anything because 2 months into playing in it, I came over to the studio and I was like, hey, I listened to this track. Is there any chance you maybe want to play drums on it? Even though I had no idea if he could even play drums. And so I ended up going over there. He liked the single. I record the vocals and he's like, whatever you're doing, it's working. And we should stop doing Lie and do this right now. So we kind of feel bad for the guys that were in the last band because they weren't really going to fit. So we were like, oh, we'll go with Alex and we'll go with, I'm not going to mention the last drummer because it didn't totally work out. But we ended up recording some singles, really kind of finding a sound, came out with Crash and Burn. We did a lot of things wrong, I feel like, with that release. Just ways of we should have done more with it. So that's actually going to be re-recorded as well. But then we ended up finding Juan about 5 months ago, our last drummer, our drummer now, and he's just super dedicated and kind of just exactly what we were looking for. Like in our bio, we all come from such different genres. We all contribute something great, and Juan's super dedicated, which we were looking for. And he shows up. That's the one thing I could say about that man. He's ready to work. But yeah, that's the story really of how we got going. I mean, we just clicked right away. Me and Jordan just had a great time during that session, and we wanted to build something out of it. And 18 months later, here we are.
That is awesome, dude. I love that. I love stories like that where it's just like, and this happened, and here we are.
Yeah, it was just crazy, and it was just it was so refreshing. We just really wanted to break away from what we were doing. Not that we don't like it. I mean, I still listen to heavy stuff all the time. But it's just nice to use our skills in a different way and to be able to blend so many things.
Very cool. Very cool. Now you mentioned your influences. Who are some of your background that you got your sound and style, crafted to your own way, but who was a lot of the influence behind that?
Man, on my end, I will say, because Jordan has wrote, probably half of the guitar songs, like Crash, Burn, and Sleep, were musically like his when I actually came into the band. I'm terrible at band names. I can't remember exactly where Jordan's come from, but mine definitely come from, I say my three favorite singers right now are Brittany Howard from the Alabama Shakes. Love her range, how unique it is, how she breaks up when she goes high. Billie Holiday or like Haley Williams from Paramore. Those three groups just so drastically different. And like our next song, Fluid, coming out, I'll just say we call it 1950s disco pop. So that'll be cool conglomeration of stuff. But I get a lot of mine from anywhere from really like the Billie Holiday to the Alabama Shakes, the Killers. I love the Killers. I'm terrible with names, but the lead singer, we're just watching him live is insane. Just like the outfits he wears, how he connects with people. Yeah. So, and Biffy Clyro, that's probably the last one I would say I get some stuff from. I love how unique their sound is too. So yeah, those are my main ones, but I would say probably Brittany Howard and the Alabama Shakes I love.
Wes Hoffman, What's Left of Me?
So far
ain't easy. I don't think it's ever been easy. Very cool. All good bands, and especially a good mixture of influences and styles.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely like to change it up. We always joke around that we don't really know what genre we are sometimes, but I never, not to sound like that guy, but I never want to pin it to kind of one. I definitely like to have just a unique sound, as unique as we can get.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You don't want to get pigeonholed into that. Well, they're just a metal band. Well, they're
Exactly.
not really. They have this country song. So
Yeah, right. I don't know if we're coming out with a country one anytime soon, but yeah, I mean, all the vibes though are there. Like, that's why I'm excited to keep releasing music with these guys, because the next couple are so different. You know, we've released two now, Crash and Burn and Sleep, that are really like that pop rock, pop punk, alt vibe. And now we have definitely sticking with that vibe a little bit, but introducing more of like a groove rock and a little more of like maybe some synth organ in there. So just some different styles.
Nice. Nice. Let's talk about the Sleep, the music video, the song. Starting with the song, what was it like putting that song together, writing it? Did you guys, was it a collaboration, or did somebody else say, hey, this is an idea I've got?
Really, it just came down to Jordan when we first started, had this great collection of guitar riffs that he came up with. This was more than a riff, I'll say, just ideas without vocals. And this was one of those ideas, and we were just kind of chilling, me and him. This was before Juan. We were waiting for Alex or something like that in the live room, and he just like, let me show you this song. And I just said, man, I really want this chorus to just be one word. And I just came up with, I just thought of like sleep. I'm like, what if we just make it sleep, and then we add like a hook to it, the second half of it. And it kind of just was born that way, and we just started building off it. And then Juan came in and added some really cool stuff. Yeah, well, yeah, Juan didn't unfortunately get to do a ton on this one, because he came in right after it was done. But he's in the video, which is great. So yeah, that's really how it was built. The recording process, we just over time, really just with our schedules, went in. Jordan does a lot of the guitar work on there. I banged out the vocals on it. Alex I call him the sugar daddy. He kills it every time, does stuff in like 5 minutes and just is silky every time. But that's really how it was done. We just kind of just gradually worked on it, grew the sound. I mean, I feel like we recorded it for 6 months, but just Jordan had this great folder of songs that I just wrote some lyrics for, and that's how it was born.
That's cool. That's cool. Just go in, knock it out, and there you go. There it is.
It's definitely cool to watch the songs evolve from what they were in the folder to now.
Oh yeah. Was that the same way with Billfold Heroes?
Yes, Bill. Billfold Heroes is actually one of our ones that are coming up, but Crash and Burn was the one we released, and that was another folder find that I wrote some lyrics for. The next one coming out, Fluid, that's more or less like I wrote the guitar and the lyrics, but everyone always makes everything cooler. That's what those dudes do. They take my stuff and just elevate it so hard.
That's good, man. That's great to have that structure. Yeah, that the backing, the support.
They're great. I mean, and they contribute hard. I would say it's all of our stuff. It's never just one of ours. I mean, we all contribute equally, I would say.
Well, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
As far as live shows, you guys have one coming up.
Yes, we do. October 23rd at the Montage. It's Kingdom Collapse is on tour, and then we're going to have Versus Me, the Funeral Portrait with which our friend Cody plays in. So super stoked to play with them. And we're doing it with Destroy Create, or the other local band, which are great. I've seen them a bunch of times. Adrian's a super cool guy in that band. And then us. So that'll be a great bill. And that's my first show as CC, Juan's first show with the band. So definitely it's very cool that we're debuting this new sound and our new selves, really just adding this great bill.
Very cool. Very cool. Feel free to tag us during that or before that. We'll be sure to share it for you.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no doubt.
Let's talk about your goals for the next 12 months. What 3 goals do you want to have accomplished?
Goal number one this is probably the most important goal right now, is just to keep releasing singles. I'd love to keep them coming every 8 weeks, or 8 to 10 weeks. We want to just keep on a good pace and pump out at least, because we have a great amount recorded now. It's just about how we're going to release them. So goal number one, the next 12 months will be to release at least 4 or 5 more. I don't even want to put a number on it, but we definitely have more coming. That's goal number one. Number 2 is make as many people as we can hear it. We can have all these great songs, but people got to hear it. So we're going to keep working really hard on just pushing the songs, booking more live shows. And 3, so two big ones we talk about. The third goal, I would just say, just keep grinding, really. I mean, just collectively keep getting more chemistry, keep meeting every week, really just keep consistent. Consistency is huge. Just we have to maintain being consistent. I would love to look at more longer term goals, but I am the worst at wanting to rush through things and release it so quickly. And that's what these other guys do, is teach me patience, but things have to wait. So I try to keep the goals realistic and still will help us dramatically.
All them squares, sleep.
Lay your head down next to me, spark that curiosity. Dream of those unpleasant dreams, willingly fall to your knees. Subtleties and submissive knees, basically time on the leash. Thoughts just come in peace, that's what I need.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That makes sense. And that's why the question is 12 months, because I feel like that's just far enough out that you can see
Absolutely.
and make it happen. I don't want to ask, what's your 5-year plan
Yeah, right. Because I have no
to still be
idea.
alive in 5 years?
Right. Oh my gosh. That's the 3-year plan. Yeah, yeah, but I love the realistic goals, and like that was, yeah, the 12 months. 'Cause I feel like if you're not planning 12 months out, you have to have that's it's not having a structure, so it's a band killer.
Hmm.
So we gotta have the structure a little bit. Unfortunately, as much as we hate structure, you gotta have it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And what I like to do is I usually like to follow up with the bands in about 6 months, do another interview, chat with them and see, how close they are to getting that 12-month goal, see if they've already hit it, see if they got 3 more that they're ready to, shoot for.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, definitely. I'd love to check in, 'cause like I said, we have another great video. We're gonna start filming on the 16th of next month. And that, however long that takes, we'd love to have another song out before the end of the year. So that would be awesome. Just keep building on this good band.
Yeah, absolutely. What's it like going in to shoot for videos? I've actually never been on a video shoot, and I think it would be kind of cool. Actually, I'll lie about that. I have been on one, but I like to get other people's perspectives from it.
It's super cool, man. The guy that does our videos, his name is Jesse Conti, out in Auburn, New York, and he just kills it. I mean, he's a great dude. He helped me dramatically with the storyline. It's nice to have someone just write that your vision up into a concise like storyboard, and use his experience. He's done some great stuff for some good other bands. He's worked with some great artists, so he's had just time in it. But we always joke, it's like the fanciest or realest thing, the thing that makes us feel like a real band. Because you walk into this cool studio. I mean, he's got the cinematic lights. Sleep was filmed on an infinity wall, which I've never even heard of until we went, which is like a green screen on crack. Like it's like this huge corner. It looks like where you can make the room look like 5 feet or 5,000 feet, or even bigger. It really is just you can do so much. That's where the white came from. Because that was where the video, it was supposed to look like a void that we were in, like my mind basically. And Yeah, he did a great job with that. But just walking in, and I mean the camera, he shot us in 6K and had to reduce it to 4K.
Oh, wow.
So all this stuff, and like it was an awesome experience, and I'm so looking forward to it again. You feel like legitimized almost, even though you're definitely paying him. But he just does a great job of making you feel so comfortable, and just as corny as it sounds, like special almost when you walk in. You're treated great. I had like my own like makeup booth basically there. He has a great mirror that I could do that in. Just he provides anything you need really. So it made us feel very legitimized, and just when we saw that video, just the hard work, and we've never had something that with that quality come out with our name on it. So we were all very excited.
Oh yeah, very cool. I'm actually kind of peeking at the video now because I've watched it before, and it's just so good. Just the cinematography, you know, you doing your thing. Just yeah, wow.
Yeah, it's crystal clear, and like it was awesome just because of what the video was about, and like that the little girl in the video is actually our guitar player's daughter. And she did a killer job. I've known Rosie since she was a year and a half old, and it was just nice to have her in that video too. She's great. I mean, I don't think she's messed my name up one time, and she knew me as two people. So she's a very unique 5-year-old, and it was great to have her in the video too.
Dude, that's awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your biggest challenges as a band. I realize you guys only been together just under a year and a half. But what's really been some of your biggest challenges, getting your voice out there, getting your name out there, really pushing this?
The thing that slows everyone down is schedules. Sometimes our bass player is the busiest human being alive. I call him just because he's a great musician. It's what he does for a living. So booking with him can be challenging once in a while. But everyone's schedules. We'd love everything to move faster. And hopefully we keep grinding like we are. Things can get faster. We'll have more time to just do the things that we love like this. But schedules are always the biggest thing. And really, I mean, we don't. That's it. Everyone in every band can be their own worst enemy. With everything getting in their own way, just scheduling conflicts. So I would just say, I wish we had more time. That's the biggest thing. Um, there's not even to touch on this too much. I don't even think it's a band struggle, more or less. We just have to keep our cool and keep collected all the time. Especially me, is just the internet trolls of the Instagram. Every time you come up with a video, you're going to have people that comment on me being non-binary or something, and that's just something that I would say that's maybe a personal challenge of mine, and how just dealing with it really in a good way. But delete and ignore. What my dad told me for years, I'm finally following it.
Gunshine, loud.
That's the thing, man. It doesn't matter. The trolls are going to be there. The trolls are going to be there no matter what.
Yep. Oh yeah, and that's what we all say. You know, definitely like when it first started happening, I definitely took it a lot more personal.
Mhm.
But you know, after now, I mean, when 20,000 people see a video, you know, an ad up on Instagram, you're bound to have 30 jerks that are gonna be mean. You know, people just inherently suck sometimes. So,
Oh, yeah.
but the you know the 97% of the other people that are saying this is awesome or I can't wait to hear more. That's what it's for. So F the other ones.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, man. Well, dude, we're totally going to help you guys promote this, get you guys some more followers, get you some more listeners, and just generally play your music because it is awesome.
Yeah, much appreciated, man. I love the how much how your response to it and being able to come on the show and do the interview. That's great. And I like I said, our one of our goals is to have as many people here as possible because I love what we're doing and I believe in it. So it's definitely looking forward to a lot.
Hey, that's the most important part. You believe in it, things can happen.
Absolutely.
Tell everybody where they can find you on all your socials.
Yeah, so pretty easy. We have a website you can actually buy some merch through. It's www.allthemsquares.com. Super easy. We're on Instagram, just all them squares at all them squares. We're on Facebook. We are on Spotify, Apple Music, all the streaming stuff. Follow our YouTube channel at all them squares. Yeah, not a lot of people pick that name, so we got it pretty easy.
Nice. That's always a blessing, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. We did some research before we picked that name. Okay, we can't have something that a million people have. So yeah, that's literally one thing I'll say quickly on that. Our name came from we wanted to originally call the band All Them Squares Make a Circle from when Piccolo off Dragon Ball Z was like tripping on acid. He just kept saying that. And I'm like, maybe we shouldn't go with all that. Maybe we should just call it All Them Squares. And we're like, done, we'll do that.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, man.
Keep it
Yeah, but
simple,
that's
yeah.
absolutely, yeah. So all that, just really at all them squares for all that stuff, and YouTube, our website, and show us that love on Spotify, and love to sell some merch.
Definitely. We will plug that. We'll plug you guys, and hopefully we'll get you guys some more followers.
Yeah.
One last thing before you run away. How many live shows have you done thus far?
Oh, not a lot. Thus far, we did 3 back in 2021, and we have not played in 2022. So this is our first show coming back. We took a little break to do the videos and to really just make sure the recordings were really solid and that we could just get everything kind of done so we could have follow this release pattern and stay relevant. So we're coming back out the 23rd will be our 4th show, but I like to call it our debut show. We have a new drummer. We're definitely a different band. So it'll be very, very cool to come out on the 23rd.
Very cool, man. Very cool. Last question, I'll leave you alone. I know you got a busy day.
Oh, you're good, yeah.
What are there any bands that you'd love to collaborate with?
Bands I would love to collaborate with.
Top 3. I'll make it easy. Top 3.
Top 3, and am I talking like realistic ones or just in general?
In general, it can be either one you want. Yeah.
Sweet. Well, number one, Alabama Shakes. If I could ever sing with Brittany Howard, or even I know she doesn't really do that group anymore. Brittany Howard in general. If I ever could do a song with her, that'd be amazing. Or if all them squares could, that'd be unbelievable. And I'll say 2, The Killers. That would be great. I know it'd make me and Jordan extraordinarily happy. And I would say the 3rd one. Man, this is hard. The 3rd one, I would have to pick probably like Stevie Nicks. I don't know. I would say her. Let's do like a mashup, a stand back. I don't know, something. Oh, and selfishly, Trixie Mattel. I'll give you a 4th. If you don't know who she is, she's a phenomenal drag queen that actually is a great recording artist. So there we go.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Any of those, I would absolutely pay to see any of those shows. So get them booked, and I will be there.
Done. Absolutely. That'd be awesome to do any of those. That would be great.
Absolutely, man. Well, I appreciate you again sitting in on the Mosh Pit. I've really enjoyed this. Love to catch up again.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for having me. I've loved being on.
Absolutely. You have a great rest of your weekend, and I'll tag you guys when this drops.
Yeah.
I'm not sure of a date as of yet, but I know it will be soon.
Well, I'm looking forward to it whenever it is.
All right, buddy. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Have a great one.
You too, man. Bye.
Bye.
Hollow intent, coup, time for war.